Do I just say, hey, this is Caitlin and this is the Sit Down Podcast, episode 145?
Ah, there. You've done it.
There.
Does
You
that work?
got it.
I'll do it better than that. Hey everyone, it's Katelyn Lehner. You're listening to the Sit Down Podcast, and this is episode 145.
The Sit Down Podcast is brought to you by Funky Moose Records. We sell new and used vinyl records, inner and outer sleeves, cleaning supplies, turntables, speakers, but we also support some of the artists that we've had on this show by helping them sell their merchandise. So check out funkymooserecords.ca, head over to the merch section, and pick a t-shirt or two. If you use the discount code SITDOWN10, you'll get 10% off your entire order. That is funkymooserecords.ca and SITDOWN10 for 10% off.
Right on. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
You
Actually,
betcha
I found something out the other day.
that you can do it on Zoom.
That today, exactly 1 year ago, is when your episode went live that we did last year.
Oh,
Are you serious?
No way.
Yeah.
That when it was like uploaded.
That's
Yeah.
Yo,
funny.
that's...
I was thinking about that, and because I know that I played you guys $10.
Yep.
So I was like, hey, it can't, because I was thinking, I was like, it would have had to be kind of around like Red Without You era time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, but it wasn't 2 years ago, because I was like, I played you guys $10 and we had things to talk about. So I was trying to figure out when we did it, but crazy. A year. Well,
That's to the day. That's freaking...
yeah.
That
Freaky
has to
stuff
mean
there.
something.
That's
That's got to
universe.
mean something.
That's the universe there.
But that also does make sense too, because I had asked you around this time last year if we could use your Christmas song in our tree lighting video that we did for the town.
That's right.
Yeah.
And you granted us permission for that. So
yeah,
we're doing that
absolutely.
again in like 2 weeks.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
Cool.
So can we use your
I'll send
Christmas
you
Yeah,
song?
so can we use that song again?
Sure, yeah, if you want, go for
Oh
it.
yeah, I might.
I
That'll
love
be
that song. I'm very proud of that song because it's All I Want for Christmas Is You. That's the one, right?
That's right. Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
so funny story, because when I got asked to do that was a event, it's called Home for Christmas, and Stealth Media was putting it on. But it was a fundraiser. Jess Moskaluk was part of it. The Hunter brothers were part of it. And I think that everyone, or I did two songs at least. And when picking songs, I was like, what should I do? And we had it was kind of like a short list. I think that they had like a certain kind of like grouping of Christmas songs that they wanted people to choose from. I think just with like rights and stuff like that, just to be posting and for it to be a live event.
Right.
And All I Want for Christmas Was You was part of that list. And I love that song. It's like one of my favorite Christmas songs. But it's a hard song to sing. And I was like, okay, can I pull this off in like a live, like one take setting type things? Like I say, it was pretty much we just like showed up at the location, they pressed record, we sang, and that was it. So
And
I was like, hey, I
did
need
you
to
get
go
it
in
all
with full confidence.
like all in one take?
We did two. We ended up doing two just because the first one was kind of just because they had a bunch of different camera angles and stuff going on.
Yeah.
So so I used that song was kind of the tester one to figure everything out, which was good. But yeah, it was a two taker.
Hell yes.
Nice.
We should.
Yeah, but I remember being pretty proud when I got through that because I was like, oh, nice.
That would have been fuck yeah. That would have been fun to do. It looked like you guys had a blast doing it. Like truly.
It was good. Yeah, it was fun. Adam played with me in that.
Okay. I'm gonna have to go
Yeah,
back and
Adam-
watch that again. Actually, could we throw it in this episode again? Seeing as it's almost Christmas.
Yeah.
And we have the Christmas
absolutely.
tree
we
up.
got the
So,
tree
yeah.
out here.
Yeah, cute. Absolutely. Do it.
All right, we're gonna
Okay.
spin that for you guys right now.
I don't want a lot for Christmas. There's just one thing I need. I don't care about the presents underneath the Christmas tree. I just want you for my own, more than you could ever know.
Cheers.
Cheers.
What are you drinking? Is that alcoholic?
No, it was a San Pellegrino, and honestly, it's a weird flavor. It's like a lemon raspberry, and I love lemon and I love raspberries. They're my favorite fruit, and them in this drink is just like, I don't know, there's just something a little off with it. I'm like, I don't know if it's the mix, but I've had better San Pellegrinos, but it's not bad.
There you go. I want to also lead out with an applause to you. Congratulations on the amazing night a couple weeks ago. Thank you for letting me sling merch for you. I had so much fun, Katelyn.
I'm
dude,
so glad.
it was amazing.
Did you get the poster?
Okay, you guys want to see the poster?
Yeah,
Yes.
let's check out this poster. So, wait, before you show it, I'm going to fill the audience in here too. So, Katelyn, as I mentioned, allowed me to run the merch table for her at the release party a couple Saturdays ago. And I tried my darndest to get every person walking in there to sign it. I bet you I maybe missed 10, maybe 20 people.
He was hounding people.
I even had
buddy,
the bouncer was like, we were like in cahoots. So when she would like check them in, she's
Love
like,
it.
go sign the poster over there, and then send them to me. And then so I would just kind of, yeah, you can sign the poster here. It's for Katelyn. It's kind of a big night. And while you're here, check out the merchandise. And then I was like trying to like pump it. It was a lot
That's
of
how
fun,
you
man.
get them.
Yes, it was a
Good,
blast.
I'm
So
glad.
this, for you guys watching, this is the poster with all the signatures that we ended up getting that night.
Yeah, and I'm gonna add too. So when I did my release show at the Capitol like 2 years ago for Red, I did the same thing. I had the event poster and I got people to sign it when they came in, and it's up on my wall at home, and it's just like a cool little piece of like my first, because it was my first ever. That was my debut single, and yeah, first show that was really that I put on that was like my show of people purchasing tickets to come see me. So yeah, so it was special, and I wanted to do it again. And this is the poster we got this time.
Hey, yo.
Cool.
Look at all those names.
That's a lot of names.
Where'd you
Yeah,
sign,
it's
Mark?
cool. I love it.
Bottom left by
Oh.
her left hand.
I think
there.
I'm top left somewheres, I think.
Yeah, I found both of you guys. I don't know if I can do it again really quick, but you're here, Joel. Joel.
Yeah.
You're the one that's like
I printed it. I didn't even sign it.
vertical. I love it. And Mark, where are you? Oh yeah, Mark's right here.
Nice.
Yeah.
It was such a good night. I had so much fun that night.
Good.
Congrats.
I'm glad. Thank
It
you.
was-
I wanted it to be a fun show for the audience, and that's always like the most important thing to me for live shows. I want the people that are there to have fun, and
Right.
so if that has happened, I've done my job.
Most definitely.
It was,
I believe you succeeded in that.
Normally, Joelle and I are solo when we go to shows. But in this case, I told my wife, and she's a country girl. I was like, hey, do you want to come to the Cap? And she's like, who's playing? Katelyn Lehner. Oh. And who else? Morgan Robertson. Oh. That sounds country. I'm like, it is. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, maybe I'll come. So.
Amazing.
she
I
came
love
with
it.
us. Yeah.
Nice.
Good.
And
Yeah,
so
it was nice to meet her.
did Jennifer have a good time?
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yep.
We should get Jennifer down here.
She's baking. I'm not sure if.
I'm gonna go. You know what?
Ooh,
Okay.
I'm gonna go get
go
her.
get her.
Okay.
Let's
Get her to
sure.
bring
let her.
some baking for you guys.
Yeah, you bet. Let her. Well, I'll let her speak.
I don't
for
think it's that far
Get
yet.
some samples.
I think it's not even a dough yet. Edit and post.
Okay, so yes, I do have a question for you about that night before Jennifer comes down here.
Mhm.
So I clearly got to see you pre-show because we were setting up the merch table and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I really got to see you, like, you know, not getting like amped up for the show, but I don't frequently get to see the artists that early pre-show, right?
Mhm.
So I'm curious of like what you were feeling, what you were thinking, like what's going on in your head like 2 hours before you hit the stage, like when we saw each other. Is it just like
Man.
a kerfluffle of everything?
Yeah, I feel like kerfluffle of everything. Joel had
Yeah.
it. Just like 1,000 thoughts of just, again, because I planned this show by myself. Again, I don't have management, I don't have booking, I don't have publicists. So I mean, I was the one that was doing like everything. So literally up until like the point that I am backstage waiting to walk on, my mind is still like, okay, everything's good. The merch is where it needs to be. The people who are on the guest list are supposed to be on the guest list. And, you know, all of the equipment is where it needed to be. And we had decorations. I was like, hey, the decorations are all where they need to be. Awesome. Like, it's just, I feel like every thought of every aspect of the show. And again, it's kind of, it's more the planning kind of side of things other than like the music stuff, because the music stuff is good, you know. It's like the band and I, we practice, we know how to go up there and do it.
Yeah, you
And
got
it just
that.
kind
You
of,
got that down packed.
yeah, that's all, that's the easy part, you know. So
Hmm.
yeah, pre-show I'm just trying to make sure that everybody's good, everyone knows what's going on, everything that needed to be done is done. And yeah, it's not before I go on that I can finally be like, whew, okay.
Right, right, right.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, we got
You're
Jennifer
a
on
special
the
guest.
line here. We
Yay.
Jennifer, thanks for jumping in here. You were in-house at the release show as a spectator, and you know we're curious. Yeah, I'll put you under the
You're in
gun
the
here,
hot
but
seat, Jennifer.
you're yes, the hot seat. Thank you.
It is
I
kind of
want to
warm.
hear your take of how the show was, the environment, the music, everything. Like, how'd you like the show?
Well, I thought it was very fun because the atmosphere was good at first. I was kind of like, I hope more people show up. This is so worth it, you know. Like, and then it started people coming in. I'm like, okay, good. I'm glad we got our
Right?
seats because it was filling up. So yeah, so that was really cool, and I liked that you had another young female artist with you, and so some nice. It was a nice like kind of girl power evening,
Hmm.
and yeah, so that was really cool. And I just thought that you needed a bigger stage. Your
Oh,
presence
girl,
deserves
I
a
know.
bigger stage.
I'm like, give me a stadium, give me a runway. Like,
Yeah, I can tell. I
small
can tell.
stages, I feel
So
so confined.
yeah, yeah. Though that was a little noticeable. It's like, yeah, you know what? You're good enough to definitely have a much bigger stage.
No doubt.
I
That's
learned that,
actually
yeah.
that's actually funny that you say that too, because pre-show I wasn't eavesdropping or nothing, but I heard you with
Yeah.
Colin, and Colin was like, "Are you gonna be like going out in the crowd and like getting involved with people? Because if you are, we need to test that right now, because that could be bad if we don't, and you decide to do it, and like that could like short things out and stuff." So I got the impression that you tend to do that like every now and again. You will go out into the crowd and like go around the people, maybe.
Yeah, totally. There's been a few shows like when we played Band in the Sand, that was a show out in Vermilion opening for Core Blend. And when we were at Stampede at the Cowboys tent opening for Blue Rodeo, like they have the stage set up and then they have like a little area in front and then they have the gate kind of off where like the audience and the crowd is. So there's always like a, I don't know, meter and a half or something in between. And yeah, I usually like to either like jump off the stage or like run around off the stairs and go in the front and be able to just like be
Nice.
close to the people and be able to like dance with them
Heck
and grab their
yeah.
hands
Yeah,
and
you
stuff,
need a
and
cordless
it's
mic
fun.
next time.
Oh,
Cordless
I
mics.
know. Yeah, that's always my first thing. I'm like, if I can have a cordless, please give me it.
Yes,
There's
absolutely.
actually I played a show in Prince Albert in the summer, and um there's a part in one song where me and all the guys, we do this like big kind of like shot. They like have their instruments and they're like boom, and I have my mic and I'm like boom, and I had a corded mic and I didn't give myself enough slack and I went like this and it unplugged. And I like, my dumb music brain, I like didn't notice at the time when I was on stage, so I noticed that my mic was dead. And I like, Colin was like, it was the funniest thing ever because I had the mic in one hand, the cord in the other hand, and I was like, why is this not working? I was like, oh, huh. I was because
Right
like I
on.
say, I've had mics go dead on me before, and typically it's something like with the
Yeah.
sound system or booth or whatever. But I was like, oh, so yeah,
That's
cords
hilarious.
are tripping hazards. They are unplugging hazards,
Yeah.
and yeah,
They're old school, man.
they are.
Right
Yeah,
on.
2022,
Yeah,
no
no.
cords.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
That was you a couple years ago at Chesterfest where the power went out, was it not?
Yeah.
So there, did you not? You went into the crowd there too, if I remember correctly.
I had no choice. I was like, my voice cannot reach all of these people without a microphone. So, I had these like 5-inch sparkly heels on, and I went onto the ground, and I think it had like rained like a few days or something. Anyways, my heels were like digging into the grass, and I was like, well, I got to take these boots off. So, took the boots off and went into the grass, and everyone. It was really cool. We just kind of had like a little sing along, and it was sweet. So they're always like good memories when weird stuff like that happens.
Yeah, nice. Makes things memorable.
Mm-hmm.
Right on. On. What was your most memorable thing that happened that night?
Singing along to the older country songs, like the Shania and the Brooks and Dunn. I was like, yes, that's me.
You noticed the older crowd and the younger
Oh my God, yes, that was hilarious. So you had finished, was it the Boot Scoot and Boogie, I think it was? And do you sing that one?
Morgan did that song.
Morgan? No, okay. And then you did.
Rave about that one. I did the Shania one.
And then Shania, but there was another one I thought you did at the end. Anyways, it was one of the older country songs. And I noticed all of the older crowd just cheering, and all the younger ones were like,
yeah, what's this song?
It was just funny. I was like, yeah, you could tell that this is definitely an older song because the older people knew it and the younger crowd didn't.
That's funny. Yeah. And it's crazy because when I build set lists for things too, like I find myself always trying to keep that in mind and being like, okay, what is my audience going to be like at this show? Everything. It's like, let's do some young stuff. Let's do some older stuff. Let's do some like traditional country, and let's do some like pop stuff. So I always try to have
at that moment, I just realized I belonged to the older group.
That's funny.
Well, when you were singing, I Feel Like a Woman, I actually ditched out on your merch table for a little bit. And I know you saw me up front there, too, because I went up right by Saul there. And I was that one got me up on stage. That was fun.
Love it.
Yeah, it was a great night.
It was very fun. Very fun.
Yeah. I'm glad you had fun.
I'm not usually one to stay out late or go out late, but we had a good time. Thank you.
Nice. I appreciate it. Appreciate you being there.
Right on. Well, thank you, Jennifer, for the insight.
Yeah, no problem. I'm going to have to get back to my brownies.
All right.
Yeah, have fun.
Nice.
Oh my gosh. Sounds good.
Yeah, they'll be ready in a few minutes. Yes. All right. Catch you later.
Okay.
Bye.
Thanks, Jen. Nice. Right on. So, same question to you, Katelyn. From the night of the release, what would you say was your most memorable moment, I guess, from that evening?
I always love the moment of walking onto a stage for the first time. When I think back to lots of the shows I've done, that's always like a really memorable moment to me. And just like seeing the crowd for the first time. Before the show, I really didn't peek out at all to see who was there, how many people were there. So, I love being able to walk out. We have our intro track that we play, which is, it's so amazing. I love it. Simon and I did that together. But it's like the intro to $10. And it amps me up backstage, and so it's always fun to like run out onto stage with that and get to grab my pink guitar and
nice.
I think just like seeing all the faces, and like I say, it's just my job is to have people having a fun time and make them smile, and like I say, kind of forget about all the other stresses of the world. And so it's just always nice to kind of walk out on stage and see people in the crowd being excited and happy to be there.
And a funny story about that, Kit was sitting next to me as that started happening, and for whatever reason the subs at the Capitol were maxed out, it felt like, because the whole room was
vibrating.
And Kit looks at me and he goes like, what the fuck? Is this her WWE entrance or something?
Love it.
It came on. It was like, oh, okay, it is happening.
Nice.
Yeah, it's got a lot of bass boom power to it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Hell
it's
yeah.
fun. I love it. I've always wanted like a fun intro track like that. So Simon and I, we did that for the Ryder Labor Day Classic game. I was like,
Oh,
we need something for this. I just need to hear something like boom in a stadium. So that was when we
Yeah.
got that.
Hell yeah. Let's talk about that a
yeah.
little
How was
bit.
that?
Oh, crazy. So fun. So cool. Yeah,
No
insane.
freaking doubt, man.
Yeah, that was a very cool ask to get. I remember I was at a game last, I guess not this past season, but the season before, and I was like, man, I was like, I want to be on that stage next
Right.
year or in the next year
Yeah.
in a few years, and I was like, I want to be playing here. And yeah, I got asked to play a game, and they were like, are you available this weekend? And I was like, or like the whatever the date, and they were like, are you available on the weekend of this? And I was like, yeah. And I was looking at my calendar, and I was like, is that Labor Day? And they were like, yeah, it is Labor Day weekend. I was like, oh my God. Yeah. I was like, even if I wasn't, I would cancel all my plans.
Yeah.
So
Hell
yeah, it was
yes.
crazy. It was I mean like that's the first time I've played for obviously like a crowd that big. It was sold out of over 33,000 people, and kind of had that like stadium show kind of experience. And
Right.
we were treated like rock stars in there. I mean, we were like chauffeured around the stadium if we needed to go anywhere. They brought us down to the Ryder store, and we all got to pick out some swag. And they had us all in a booth. We were like on the very opposite side of the stage, but we had like a big balcony, and we had food and everything. Yeah, it was fun. We were just, yeah, felt like royalty.
No
Awesome.
doubt. Well, shout out to
Yeah.
the Saskatchewan Roughriders for being so
Ooh, yeah.
hospitable.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
no,
was
that
amazing. It was just, yeah, it was so cool.
was okay. So that getting out on stage, like that walkout on the stage, seeing the crowd for the first time, and you're looking at like 30,000 people for the first time. What's
Yeah,
going on in your head? Is it just kind
that
of like
one
you do it and don't think about it until after the fact, or do you like really get a moment to soak it in?
a little bit. I feel like I get so excited and I get so amped up to like run out on stage, and I just want to be like waving at everyone. And like then I'm also like, oh yeah, I have to be singing and like performing right now. So I try to kind of mellow myself down and try not to get like too excited. Yeah, because it's hard to sing when you're like I don't know, just too amped up. So yeah, when we were doing sound check, I mean, I was looking out at like the whole stadium, which looked really cool when everything was empty, and I was just trying to like imagine what the stadium would look like completely filled. So I like had a little moment there, and then since I guess the stairs to get on stage were kind of at the front, so I actually like I was hiding behind like a couple big like amps and subs at the back of the stage. So I was kind of like peeking out from the side, and yeah, I had my little moment of like, holy crap, this is awesome. And then I was like, okay, into performance mode, let's go.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God. I can't. I would never be able to do anything like that. So, like, kudos to you,
Ah,
man.
you could.
That's.
Yeah, thank
I'm a
you.
little. I'm jealous. No, no. I would probably. Fuck. We were at Moose Fest. There was what, like 200-300 people there, and I like almost started crying on stage. Like I was all choked up and couldn't even talk. Like fuck yeah, I
Yeah.
would not be able to do it. There's no way. See,
Hmm.
and this is different because it's just us. This is like a fucking Zoom call, right? So this
Yeah.
is nothing. But then sometimes I get like, you'll get people coming up to you after, and it's like, oh, when you said this, it's like, oh yeah, I did say that, didn't I?
Yeah.
So it's like it's just different. It's not the
Yeah.
same thing as 30,000 people. No way, Jose. Not for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's
So
cool though.
I do want to get back to your TikTok table.
Okay,
Okay.
yes. So I feel
So
like I missed
yeah,
a bit
Joel
of the
just
conversation there.
walked off a little bit, and we started talking about. So you were on stage at the Cap, and between songs, your guitar player actually started playing. You were like, "No, I want to say something," and then you started thanking a bunch of people in the crowd, and all of a sudden she started pointing at her TikTok table, and
A TikTok table.
yeah, and the table was right in front of us, and the people there are TikTokers.
That I didn't even know that's a thing. TikTokers. TikTok
Someone
table.
on
I
TikTok.
don't know if
Anyway,
that's a thing. We made that up right now.
we just made that up. But it's so she shouted out that the people at her
At that table.
TikTok table, and I'm like, they were right in front of us. I'm like, what does that mean? Like, and then on Sunday, I installed TikTok.
Nice. Okay, let me tell you the story behind that because that
Yes.
one's really funny
Yes.
too. So, I'm on TikTok, and TikTok's wild. TikTok is like a totally separate beast of social media than like Facebook and Instagram and stuff like that. Is It's the wild west over there. But anyways, I've been trying to get on it a little bit more, and so I had made a TikTok video being like, "Hey Saskatoon, are you guys doing anything on November 19th? I'm a country artist. I'm playing a show. It's for my debut EP. It's at the Capitol," and just gave them the little spiel. And anyways, it kind of started circulating a little bit, and I was just getting some views and, like I said, comments and stuff like that. And every I try to reply to like every comment I get on TikTok. I try to be like super, super um, just engaging, and it's
Right.
fun. Like I say, you get to meet like so much people and chat with
Yeah.
people online, whatever. So I try to, like I say, engage with everyone, and it has an option that you can do like video replies to comments as well. And so someone had commented on my initial video, and they had tagged a couple friends in their comment. And so I replied to that comment, and I was like, "Hey guys," I was like, "are you interested in coming to the show?" And I was like, "You should come," whatever, did the whole thing. And um and then didn't really think anything of it. And then it was so crazy because we were at the Capitol and we were doing our sound check, literally at like 7:15, 7:30, and there was a table there. And I was like, who are these people? And they were younger, there's a younger group of people. I think there's like 6 or 7 of them. And Joel, that's when I was kind of running back and forth to the merch table with you.
Right.
And I was from the merch table and I was walking over, and I kind of like made eye contact with this table, and they kind of like waved at me, and they're like, "Katelyn." And so I walked over and I was like, "Hey guys." And they're like, "Oh, this is," and they like said their names. And they were like, "We're the ones from like TikTok that you like did the video reply to." And I was
Oh,
like, "Stop
nice.
it. Oh my gosh." And they
That's
were
the
like, "Man,"
best.
they were like, "We've been so excited about this for the last like week, and it's just been so funny." And so they're just like, "Yeah, we're here." And like I say, they were there so early too. I was like, "Guys," I was like, "Why are you?" I was like, "You don't have to be here right now." But they're like, "No, we wanted to come to like get some food and hang out." And so I was like, "Cool." I was like, "You guys get the whole sound check experience," and I was like, "Usually pay double for that." But but yeah, it was crazy. So yeah, they were there from like, man, those guys had to have been there for probably like 4 or 5 hours that whole night. But yeah, they needed to get a special shout out on stage. So it's pretty
Oh,
cool.
that's
That's awesome.
amazing. That's
Yeah,
amazing.
it was pretty
Yeah.
funny.
So, if you think anything like that is ever going to happen with you, that means that you need to post, share, comment, subscribe. You can't just fucking have the app and never do anything with it there. Hint, hint. That's my little
Social
jab at
media is a
Mark.
job. Social media
It
is
is.
it's a
So, yeah,
lot.
think
And I
It's
about
a
already
it.
have
lot.
two of them.
Yeah,
So
that you do nothing with.
what? My other two jobs?
Yeah, yeah. I'm just busting his balls.
It took me a long time to kind of, just like get comfortable with social media and get like kind of just like in the swing of, like I say, posting regularly and kind of having a bit of a posting schedule, and like knowing how much ahead of time you have to plan things. And like it's ridiculous around like releases or like big events or something. Like I legitimately have like a calendar that I'm like, Instagram post today, TikTok video here, like
Oh,
Facebook
wow.
event page, which is
I
ridiculous, but it's part of the job.
I did
Yep.
notice that about you. That you're like you've got a schedule for everything, like which is great. There's nothing wrong with that at all. It's working for you. I encourage you to continue to do that. I'm the complete opposite, which is maybe why nothing works for me. But like I tried like our YouTube channel. There was like a little stint there. I had like them all queued up, pre-scheduled for like I think I had
The
three or
shorts.
the shorts. Yeah,
Yeah.
I had like 3 or 4 weeks queued up in a row. But like fuck, that took me like a week to do that, and I'm like, okay, this isn't gonna like. It was kind of working. I'm sure if I would have kept doing it, it would have paid off. But
Hmm.
I don't got time for that shit. So now it's just kind of like if I'm in the moment and something's up, like if I'm editing the podcast, for example, and I'm like, oh, this would be a good clip. I'm right there anyways. I'll cut that clip out and put it out. But I definitely don't do anything on the regular. But
Yeah,
yeah,
there's like, I don't know, there's arguments for both ways. I like heard from, I don't know, I was listening to a podcast or something one time, and someone was like, I don't know, people can say, I mean, algorithms, like I say, the scheduling like that, it's not that it hurts, but the moment that it kind of starts feeling stressful and like you have to post, that's when it's like, okay, you don't. Your people will be okay if they get a post tomorrow and not today.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
post when
Exactly.
you want to and when you feel good. And like that was even me today. I wanted to obviously make a post about the show and everything. And there was a photographer that was at the show, and he's busy all day, and he has like I'm sure over 500 photos to go through, and he was like, "There's no way I can get those to you today." So I was like, "Cool, all good." I was like, people know the show happened. We can talk about it whenever things come through. But yeah, I have a little video that I made up today that is probably gonna get posted tomorrow for it.
Was
Heck
that
But it
yeah.
takes
Aaron?
time. Again, this video took me like I don't know a couple hours to like make, edit, all the
Right.
things. Like it's
Do you
time
mean
consuming.
like tomorrow, like in real life, or because our audience knows that these are pre-recorded? So
Right. Okay. No. So this would have been posted like 2 weeks ago, probably.
right,
Yeah.
right,
Okay.
gotcha. Yeah,
Well,
You've
a
seen
week
a
the
week
ago.
ago,
you've seen the
last
post if you're
last
watching.
week.
Last week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
it's out there. If you guys
Confusing.
are watching or listening to this, just go to Katelyn's Instagram or her social media, and the post is there.
Yeah.
Is it the photographer you're talking about, Aaron Brown?
Yeah, it is
Oh,
Aaron.
yeah. Yeah. Jennifer was holding
I've
his bag.
never
Uh,
Oh, that's so nice. Oh my gosh. I've never worked with him or had him shoot a show for me before, but I've seen his work, which is looks really, really cool. So I'm very excited to see the photos.
Did you see the one shot he took, or he posted
Of
on his Instagram
Morgan?
today of Morgan? Yeah.
Yeah, like I say, just so good. The coloring, the
Yeah.
everything. Yeah. I'm so excited.
Yeah. He's good. He's good.
right
Yeah.
on.
AaronBrown.photography, I think, is his website. Check it out.
Yeah.
Have you heard about our new radio station? It's called Funky Moose Radio, where we play alternative and indie rock, sprinkle in some blues and Americana. We feature the music from our guests on this podcast at least once per hour. These songs can be in any genre. We're working on getting the station on every mobile app available, but the easiest way to listen is at funkymooseradio.ca. You should also become a VIP because we'll be giving away some prizes. Again, check it out at funkymooseradio.ca.
Sorry for the interruption, you guys. I just wanted to tell you guys about Muse Canada. They're a new arts and entertainment media connection and support network. Skip the algorithms of social media and connect with other entertainment professionals across Canada. Sign up today for $5 a month or use the promo code FunkyMoose2021 for 10% off. That is FUNKYMOOSE2021 for 10% off. Back to the show. All right, and we're back. Movie magic, right?
No more secrets.
No doubt. So, what was the last thing we were talking about? The Labor Day Classic thing. Do you happen? I'm sure you've got a little bit of
Labor Day.
footage.
No, we were talking about the TikTok table.
Oh yeah, TikTok. Well,
Yeah.
okay. Well, both of those, Labor Day Classic and TikTok. Do you have a little bit of footage of those, like that we could throw in here, just so the people that are watching can like just if they don't follow you, we encourage you to do that, but like maybe they can get a little glimpse of it. Is that okay?
Yeah, totally. I'll send you guys some stuff after.
Hey, are you from Saskatoon? If you are, my name's Katelyn Lehner, and I'm a country singer-songwriter from right here in the beautiful, windy, cold, snowy Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. And on next Saturday, November 19th, my band and I are celebrating my debut EP, $10, release show at the Capitol here in Saskatoon. Tickets are available now on my website or at the link in my bio.
Mark's doing this
Yeah,
this
okay.
episode. I'm actually
Sure. Sounds good.
Janelle and I are going to take off to Winnipeg. Well, when this airs, we would have been back already. But yeah, we're going to Winnipeg to the Handsome Daughter. There's going to be the Haleys and Northern Royals going, and we're sponsoring that show. So we're going to go there and
Oh, dope.
just go have
Cool.
a freaking fun time. Is all
Sweet.
that's going on there.
Fun.
Strippers and casinos? No, just kidding.
Yeah.
Kidding, not kidding.
Just like last time, huh?
Yeah. Kidding, not kidding.
I've been waiting I want to get out to Winnipeg to play. Like I said, I want to start kind of branching out Western Canada and all over Canada if I can realistically. But I have lots of family in Winnipeg actually, so they've been really bugging me to get over there for a show. So I'm trying to make something happen at some point.
Hell yeah.
Cool.
I think you totally should. Like, and what are
Yeah,
you waiting for? Let's go, Katelyn. Come
I
on.
know, I know. Yeah.
If you have family there, you have a place to stay already. All you need is a gig.
Yeah, exactly. I know. I feel like I've been waiting. I mean, I want to do the whole tour thing. I think that I want to be smart about it, and it's like I want it to be a successful tour. Like I would rather wait and like I say kind of bypass the like smaller bar shows to like 15, 20 people because I don't know, like I say it's like I've in Saskatchewan I'm starting to build and like I say outside like slowly starting to build, but again all that stuff takes time and I want the EP to kind of been out for a little while. And so and like I say I want to be able to pay my band when we go out and also like
Yeah,
I say hopefully be able to make a little money on it. So it'll happen. I just wanna try to make all the ducks be in a row
right.
before it gets
Well,
planned.
and no doubt. And what I'm very intrigued on how you're the one organizing everything for you and your band. Like
Yeah, it's a lot.
you're booking. It is like I almost
It's
want
a
to be
lot.
like, why are you doing that, Katelyn? Why don't you just get somebody to do that stuff for you so that you can just focus on the performance side of it?
Yeah, I think that I don't know, starting everything in the pandemic, like putting out my first singles and everything, like I'm smack in the middle of COVID. I kind of had to learn how to do things on my own, and also like everyone was just at home, we had nothing to do, so I was like, cool, let me learn about how the music industry
Right.
works and how to book your shows and how to actually get a song onto Spotify and Apple and how to get into festivals. So I learned a lot and like still continually I feel like I just learned so much about this industry. Um, and like I don't know, I enjoy doing it myself. It stresses me out. It's a lot of work, but I do like doing it myself. I mean, I'm so passionate about this and it's my career. So at the end of the day, it's like I'm going to be giving 110% into
Yeah.
everything I'm doing. And like I say, there's definitely, I want to have a team at some point. I want to have the whole management and publicity label one day would be super cool. But like I say, again, you lose a little bit of control and things when that happens. And obviously, like I say, you got to wait for the right team to come along. And for right now, I kind of just I like I like being able to kind of keep things all
Yeah.
under one roof. And like I said, and it's cool being able to kind of learn the industry side of things too, because I feel like lots of artists don't do things themselves and they don't really
Mhm.
know. It's like there's lots that I have talked to and I'm like, oh, you got this show, how did that happen? They're like, oh, I don't know, my like booking person just got it for me. And I'm like, oh, it's like, how did you like, I don't know, get onto a playlist? And they're like, I don't know, like my publicist did it. And so like I say, they don't know how to do things. And I'm like,
Yeah.
again, like eventually when I have these people, I kind of want to be able to be like, okay, I did this for myself for 2, 3 years. I know kind of how to do it. So I at least can kind of keep them a little bit accountable too.
Yep.
Yes.
Just because like I
I
say, you
think
hear
that's
so many
smart.
like scary stories in the industry too. So I want to be like, look, I know somewhat how to do this. And if you are putting 110% into this, like I have been, we can continue to work together. And if
Exactly.
not,
No,
I'll be like,
I
awesome, back to me.
hell yeah, I think that's very, very smart. So another props to you. Like I'm very impressed with how
Yep.
you're
Thanks.
running a very tight ship over there. Actually, the last
Yeah,
time you
it's a
were on
tight
the
ship.
show was yeah, with yourself. Um, the
Yeah.
last time you were on the show, we had asked you if you if you have a 9 to 5, and you were like, no, like I just transitioned into this being the full time. So
So
And just
cool.
know that Team Funky Moose is in your corner.
that's right. As we
Yeah,
said, if
man.
there's, I know you know that because
Yeah.
I'm like,
I
can I
know.
run
I
your
feel so
merch? Like, what can I do to help? Yeah, man, it was a lot
Yeah.
of fun.
And it's so like I say, obviously just like doing the merch too, like there's been shows that I have literally been selling my own merch too. So I will be like singing on stage and I'll be like, awesome, we're taking a little break, catch me at the merch. And then I'm like taking
Yeah,
people's money and I'm like, okay, I gotta go back on stage.
yeah.
So
That I
it
thought that
takes
was
like a huge like I say, weight off my shoulders for someone else to do it. I'm like, awesome, perfect, do your
Hell
thing.
yeah.
I will do
I
my
thought that
thing.
was funny too, because you did that night too. You were like, "Hey, we're gonna take 20 minutes. I'll be over at the merch," and you came over there, and I was kind of like, "What are you doing here? Like, you just go,
Just
get out of
hanging.
here. Go, go take a break."
That's where I go. I know, I get to go meet. No, I wanted to be out and like meet people, and like I say, just kind
Well,
of know that
I did
the
I did
crowd
notice
loves
that
that.
yeah.
I did notice that it took you a long while to get to the merch table.
I know
Well,
it
yeah,
did. I kept
well,
on seeing people, and people were
Yeah.
coming up, and
hell yeah,
it's
no,
so
that's
cool.
great.
Yeah.
As a spectator and somebody who goes to a lot of shows, I love that too. When I'm purchasing the merchandise from the artist, like, I love that. That's one of my favorite parts, because I actually get to meet you guys, and that's when I can, like, I can get a feel or a vibe off of you guys, and you know what I mean? It keeps it real. Instead of
Yeah.
like some douchebag in a heavy baseball cap and whatever, some blue jeans pushing sales on me, and I have no fucking clue who this guy is.
At least the guy was wearing a Katelyn Lehner shirt, so
Hell yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
he was.
You bet. I had
Dressed
the
to
retro. I had the last black one of those.
he even trimmed his
Yeah, he
beard for
did.
you. Did you notice that?
I told you I would.
He
I
he
told
did
you
tell
I'd
me
clean
that.
up.
Yeah.
I was like,
And he
I
did.
won't be going there looking like no hobo, or I'll try not
So
to look
funny.
like a hobo. I kind of
So
miss it.
good.
I want it back now, though.
Yeah, I'm growing mine too. Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, I'll go
Nice for
back.
the winter.
You
Yeah.
betcha. You betcha. So, do you have any? What are your plans for Christmas? Christmas is next month coming up. Do you got any big plans for it?
Oh, I know Christmas is coming so fast. I feel like this whole year has just been like, whew.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, start planning. I'll obviously be home in Prince Albert with my family. You know, we always do a little Christmas thing together, and we go out to our farm and spend a little time out there. And so, yeah, just hopefully relaxing. And I guess New Year's, I'm playing a show on New Year's, so it'll kind of, I feel like
Ooh.
the Christmas time will be the little kind of like calm before the storm of excitement that comes in the following days for that.
Right. Where can you tell us more about this New Year's show?
Yes, I can. I will.
All right.
Yeah, it's at the the show's at the Dakota Dunes Resort, and I get to open for Tennille Arts.
Oh, hey, man, you're
Nice.
just
I'm so
on
excited.
fire. You're on fire. Kudos
Thanks.
to
It's
you.
been it's been a fun year, and like I say, I don't know, it's just things start snowballing, and it's like you can't stop. Like
Right?
you
Yeah.
just have to keep on rolling with things and picking up as much as you can. And obviously, man, in the last like 10 days, I think I've gotten like 5 emails for shows coming up in the new year again, and it's just like, yeah, so I'm excited for that to be, the show that kind of closes off 2022 and all the
Yeah.
awesome stuff that happened here, playing opening for Tennille. I mean, that's so cool. I've been wanting to do a show with her. So that'll be super special. And then it'll just kind of be the kickoff into next year and see what
No
comes
doubt.
then.
Hell yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
man, we're definitely going to be paying close attention to where you're going, what you're doing. We told you the last time, like, you're part of the family now, and you truly are. You're like a sister to us, man. We got your back.
I
We're ride or
appreciate
die.
that.
We'll always be
Yeah.
there if you need us for anything. I just want to be
No.
perfectly clear about that.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
you guys are so awesome. And same. We'll keep a yearly schedule on our little podcast here.
We should.
Yeah.
Damn it, let's book it right now. Next November.
Next
every
year,
Christmas.
21st.
Hell yeah.
You'll still be using my Christmas song 10 years.
Yeah.
I know I thought about that. I was like, man, that would have been cool to actually be in there with you guys. But yeah, next time.
Beware.
That's
What?
right.
I've missed that.
To be in person the next time.
Oh, yeah.
In November, next November, when she
Steal your
comes back
secret.
on the show.
Yep.
There you go. Yeah. We
No, you
just
don't
had.
we'll just add one.
Yeah, we'll add one
Yeah.
right here.
Yep.
Hell yeah. Open presents. We can do a gift exchange.
Oh,
yeah.
that's fun. Yeah, let's
We
do
should.
it.
Let's do a Christmas episode next year.
I love that. Okay. I'll wear a little Santa hat. Little reindeer ears.
Right on.
Yeah.
Nice.
Do you have your Christmas tree up yet?
No, I don't. Okay, so I split my time between here and Calgary. a little bit. My boyfriend is from Calgary. He has a house there, and we just go back and forth with each other. Pretty much kind of dependent on my schedule. He works from home, so I'm very lucky that he can kind of be wherever ish. So when I have shows and stuff going on, we're traveling. But like I said, we kind of have two homes back and forth, and so it's weird. I feel like I don't know. We don't always know where we're gonna be. And it's like we're not, I don't know. It's like our place in Saskatoon here is smaller, so it's just like, I don't know, do we set up a bunch of Christmas stuff here and then do we also set up a bunch in Calgary or like I'm just like Christmas trees aren't the cheapest things either. I'm just like, so now are we buying two? Like
Yeah.
so yeah, I'm hoping that, yeah, I don't know, we'll see. One time I will be a big decoration person, but I feel like just with the busyness of stuff and scheduling,
Right.
yeah, my decorations are in my heart.
There you go. You are the decoration.
Yeah.
I was gonna suggest. Yeah, I was gonna suggest you should do the tree in Calgary at his place, and he should decorate your place in Saskatoon. And then
Yeah,
that
it'd be
way,
fun.
yeah.
I don't know if I trust him for that. We'll see.
I was just about to say,
It'd be
I
fun
don't
one
think
that
year.
that's
might
gonna
not.
work. No.
It'll be fun.
Do you have a fake tree or a real tree?
Oh man, I love a
Goes
real tree. I
for
know that there's
for
like
both of you.
fire hazards, but real tree. We always have real trees, especially like okay, so at home in Prince Albert again, we're my brother and I, we always go home and we're there for the week of Christmas anyway. So that's typically where we do our decorations. Usually mom waits for us to like all go and we'll decorate the tree together. So I guess that's where we
Right.
do things. But we usually like lots of the times we'll just go to the farm and we literally like chop down a tree and throw it in the truck and bring it home. And so that's always kind of our like little tradition that we do. So
Oh
real tree.
wow, nice.
You?
Yeah.
Dude, my tree has not been taken down in 5 or 6 years, maybe. It's like literally I'll pick up the tree and I'll carry it downstairs and it goes in the storage room. And then next Christmas I'll like pick it up, I'll bring it back upstairs and I'll place it down again. It like never we don't take the decorations off of it. Artificial.
That's so
All
funny.
the way. All
So
the way.
ours-
Because I don't have time for that shit. I'm not doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Ours is
Yeah.
also an artificial one, but it's one of those spiral things that you take it has the pole in the middle. You take the pole out and then it flattens into a box,
Right.
and then we store it in,
Mm.
and then it's
It's a pop-up tree.
yeah, pretty much. Yep.
Cool.
Yep.
Right on.
So and the kids like decorating that shit. So.
Yeah. That's it.
Mhm.
Growing up though, we had real trees too. So like I grew up on
Yeah.
an acreage as well, and
Oh, yeah.
we used to have real trees in there. What sucked was like, it was like if you leave it up too long,
Yeah.
then the needles start falling off.
All the
and then
needles.
It's like,
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Those
it's
things
just a
have
mess.
lifetime on them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
But,
we
I
always
was
had
pretty
a
young.
real tree at
Real
home
tree?
too. Yep.
Okay, was it an actual pine tree or was it a spruce tree? Do you remember?
No.
I
It was
think
green and it was like a Christmas tree.
I
don't know.
kind of
Looks
like
like a
spruce
Christmas
trees.
tree.
Yeah, I like spruce trees better than pine trees. Big time. What is the official Christmas tree? Is it a spruce or a pine?
I feel like
Good
it might
question.
be a pine.
I always thought it was
Google.
pine,
Someone
but
Google.
now I'm second guessing that it is spruce because pine trees are like skinny and they look like crap. The ones that
Like
I've
all the
seen.
trees in my yard.
Yeah, I am gonna Google that. Let's ask Google.
What would this be?
What is the official Christmas tree?
The national Christmas tree is a large evergreen tree located in the northeast quadrant of the ellipse near the White House in Washington.
A large evergreen?
Near Washington? What?
I don't know.
Outside of the White House. That's the one.
That's
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
the only
It's not outside
Christmas
the
tree.
Yeah.
If you're not at the White House, you don't have the Christmas tree.
Yeah.
Not a real Christmas tree.
I'll have my
funny.
kids ask.
Cool.
I'll have my kids ask Santa what the
What-
real tree is,
what a
because
real
Santa
tree?
would know.
Oh, there you go.
Santa would know. Hmm.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. What's on Katelyn Lehner's Christmas list this year?
My Christmas list, man, I told my mom a little while ago. I was like, man, you guys don't. It's like, I don't need anything. I was like, I just want to come home and spend time with the family. I was like, stuff is expensive, inflation sucks. And I was like, it's all good. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like yeah, I don't know. I haven't even thought of like a list of things. I feel like I've got everything I need, and if I don't need something, I will buy it
You'll just
when I
go
need
get
it.
it. Yeah, I know, right? That's
Yeah,
how I am
I'm
too.
like, I don't know. I feel like I'm not the biggest like shopper, and like I'm very, it's funny. Like my brother, he wants something, he's like, awesome, I'll buy it tomorrow. And me, it's like, especially with like bigger purchases, it's like I will sit and think about things, and I will like cross-reference pricing and things like that, and if shipping's included, and like, okay, how can I do the shipping better, and can I get a discount? Like, so
Oh
I will be
man.
like, yeah, I'm like not the biggest shopping person to begin with, so I feel like my purchases are always like a need for like 6+ months and always well thought out.
That's
that's even how I do groceries. If it's not
Oh
on the
my
list,
Hmm.
god, you guys are like
it,
giving me a freaking
if it's not
tumor.
on the list, it's
Have
not
you been
going
to
in the
the
cart.
grocery store lately? Things, man, I feel like I'm like my parents talking now, but I'm like back in the day a loaf of bread was only but like stuff is expensive, man. I like went and I got like 2 bags of groceries the other day and it was like over $90. I was like, what do
That's
I have in here?
Yeah,
no doubt.
yeah.
It
It's
is you I
ridiculous.
don't I'm gonna be the odd man out here. I don't look at prices on anything.
Me
Like
neither.
I'm talking groceries.
Oh,
When I go grocery shopping,
uh-huh.
it's like, hey, we need this, this, and this, and this.
Yeah,
If
Mhm.
and
it's two
okay,
dollars or $5, I need it. I'm here right now. I'm gonna get it. So
I'm
Mhm.
like
that's
that
how I do
too.
it.
But I do go into a grocery store, and like I said, if it's not on the list, it's not going in my cart.
Oh, see
That's
you
smart. I did, yeah. See, no,
and I'm like
I don't
Janelle
do
hates
that.
going with me because I'm that guy. I'll go up and down every
Oh
aisle.
hell no!
And
Mhm.
I'm looking at the aisles. Oh, this will be good. This will be good. That's how I do it. But lately, Janelle's like, here's a list. Just get what's
Get
on the
that,
list. That's all you
get
need.
that,
The worst
and only
thing,
that.
the worst thing is going grocery shopping when you're hungry.
Oh yeah.
I will go in there and I'm like, boom, this, and I'm just like picking. And then it's like, I had a lot of food, but yeah, you can never go grocery shopping when you're hungry. Bad idea.
That's true.
Then
That's
you end
true.
up with
Yeah,
2 bags worth
Ninety
$90.
yeah.
Yeah.
dollars of
You're looking
groceries.
at like some like little thing of like spices, and you're just like, I could use this in like a meal I've never made, but looks good.
Yeah,
Oh man.
yeah.
Do you cook often? Like are you a good cook? Like would you consider yourself a good cook?
I have dishes that I think I can make well. Um, I don't do a lot of, man, my boyfriend and I, we hosted Thanksgiving like last year. I don't know how that got pinned on us. That was not run by me. I did not want to do it. It was for his family, and I was like, no. Also, we were traveling to Calgary, and it was like the next day that this dinner was. So I was like, we have no prep time. I was like, I don't know what the situation of like burners and like crock pots is and everything. And it was a gong show. Yeah, so and just like to make food for that many people too, and like timing to make sure the potatoes and the turkey and everything's done. I'm like,
Right.
no. I'm like,
Yeah,
this is
I'm
why I go to
out.
mom's house. Yeah, so like I have dishes that like I can make I think that are like pretty good. And but yeah, it's usually just like it's for like 2 people, 3 people max.
Right.
And
I'm
yeah.
are y- are you a
So
good cook?
so how did the Thanksgiving dinner go? Like,
Well, somebody I would presume somebody else did it.
did somebody else do it, or did
No,
you?
we did it. We
Yeah,
did
you
it.
did?
you muscled through and
Yeah.
you. Okay.
Yeah, we had no choice as everyone was coming over, and I was like, well, we gotta put something on a plate. So yeah, it wasn't bad. You know what, the winner of the night, we made this like we made a soup. It was like a squash. It was a soup, and it was really good.
There
Really
you
good.
go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Are
That's
you
all
we
you
had
ate.
that, and that's all. No, we had that. We had some like turkey.
We
We
had
had
soup.
stuffing. We had potatoes.
just boiled
I make,
boiled water
yeah.
with that spice that you bought at fucking
I was like, this will teach you not to put this on me again next year.
Next year you
Happy
cook for me.
Thanksgiving. Here's some
Yeah.
crackers. No, it wasn't too bad, but I'm like, I need mom to like write me a little notebook of like tips and tricks and how to cook a turkey. And I was like, you cannot just wing that one time and expect to pull it off. Fantastic. So it was what it was.
Do you? I know Jennifer like loves to cook. She's always cooking something. Do you cook?
Not frequently.
What's your go-to dish when Dad's cooking? What's he making?
Frozen pizza. No.
Yeah, delicious.
Although it's funny that every time I do cook, my kids are just chowing down on it, and they're like, "This is the best meal ever!" And it's like the simplest thing, even if it's potatoes, veggies, and some sort of meat. The simplest thing. If Jennifer makes it, it's like, yeah, mom made food, whatever. But if I make it, same way, same everything. It's like, oh, thanks for supper, Dad. Like,
I bet you as you're saying that, here's what I'm seeing in my head is as you're cooking that, Jennifer's pulling the kids aside and saying, you got to tell Dad how much you like this so that he cooks more frequently. So just talk. Interesting. So what's your go-to dish?
Do you cook?
Katelyn?
Hey, don't avoid the subject. Do you cook?
No, man. I'm like, I'll take out and groceries. If I'm cooking, it's like I can cook the shit out of like spaghetti and meat sauce. Pasta and meat sauce, one of my favorites and my go-to if I'm cooking. Greek ribs. Really enjoy Greek ribs.
I love Greek ribs. I love ribs.
That's about it. That's about the extent of my cooking. I'm like Dad's takeout. If Dad's on supper duties, we're going we're going out.
Yeah.
We're going out for supper.
So when Joelle is at a restaurant ordering takeout, it's like, oh, it's Joelle's turn to cook.
Yep. Yeah. That's right. It's to a point where my son would much rather me just like make him like my son almost doesn't like going out for supper. And it could be location wise because of where we are too, because it takes us like a good 30-minute drive just to get.
Do you
to
drive
a fast
into
food
Saskatoon?
Restaurant. No, the closest one would be Waka or Rostern. They each have a Dairy Queen. Waka's got a Subway there. What else is in Rostern? There's like Chicken Chef in Rostern.
Yep.
Cheapest gas in the province.
That's right. That's definitely accurate. Or else, it would be like Prince Albert. So like takeout in Saskatoon if we're in Saskatoon, kind of thing. But it's like my kid doesn't want to like jump in the car after school to drive to PA, even if it's like for McDonald's. It's like, fuck, that's like an hour and a half journey. Like, no, thank you. I'll just give me a bowl of rice and some meatballs or something. You know what I mean? Like he's content with that. But no, I don't cook. Hell with that. Toast and peanut butter with bananas. That's what Dad's cooking.
Oh, and you got to drizzle a little honey on that.
Oh, I never thought of that.
Peanut butter, bananas, a little bit of honey. Ooh.
Really?
I've never put honey on it. No, it's always it's legit like peanut butter and bananas.
That's like a staple here.
Is that honey?
Oh yeah. Yep. Not for me. So I'm from Holland, and here in Canada, I really have to get used to. You guys mix everything on your sandwiches. Like peanut butter and jam. That shit doesn't go together.
But it does, though.
It does for me now. But when I got here, it's like, why are you putting that together? Eat it separately. Now you get it. I get it. Now I do it myself.
Yeah, there you go.
That's funny.
Right on. Heck yeah.
Enough talking about food.
Well, wait. Because did I ask you what your go-to was? What's your go-to?
Oh,
meal?
yeah. I
Squash soup.
I like a good pasta. Squash soup. It's good soup. I'll make it for you guys once.
Okay.
Deal.
I
I feel like a good pasta. I like have this it's like a lemon pesto zucchini pasta dish. That's really good. I'm good at making that one. Shepherd's pie. I can make a pretty good shepherd's pie. Plop everything in there.
In a long time.
Yeah.
Right on. Very good.
My brother's a really good cook. My brother cooks a lot. So I usually, if I'm home with him, I get to.
There you go. Add some spice.
Yeah. I brought my bottle of spice that I didn't need. Yeah.
Such a random thing I said, and that's just the joke for the whole episode.
Just a callback through the whole show. That'll be the name of this episode: Sugar and Spice with Katelyn Lehner.
Love it.
Heck yeah. No, but one question I did have about music was, when was the official, like, when did you drop $10? Like, when was that song released?
June 17th, which was actually my dad's birthday. I had to ask him. I was like, "Is this okay? This is just how the scheduling is working out." He likes that song, so he's like, "Yeah, do it."
Okay.
Hell yeah, right.
hmm
That's
Yeah,
cool,
so
man.
June. It was. I wanted it to be. I feel like it's like a fun summer boppy song, and like I said, we've been playing it live at shows for. We played that song when we opened up for Gene Brody, like not this past summer, but the summer before. So we've been playing it for a while, and I was like, this song needs to get out there.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. And it seems very receptive too. Like the crowd loves it, right? Have you got like I'm
Yeah.
sure you're getting a lot of great feedback on it.
Yeah, I feel like that song, like I've always had like really good feedback on that. Like I say, even playing that like a year before it was released, if people came and talked to me after shows, when I was at the merch booth, people would typically bring up that song and they'd be like, "Oh, is that your song? Like, is it out?" And like lots of people would always be talking about that one. So I knew that it had something special, and I was like, I feel like people are gonna like this one.
Oh heck yeah. No, I
Cool.
definitely agreed. I think I know we've all got stuff to do. And I know you've got a lot of stuff to do, Katelyn. So I do want to thank you for joining us this week.
Yeah, thanks for your time carving out your schedule. Carved
Absolutely.
out.
Yeah,
Car-
for
well, we
sure.
actually
You know what I mean.
we typically record on Tuesdays, but this week's a little different.
Yep.
We're
Yeah, we
recording this
shuffled
one
a bit.
on a we shuffled it a little bit just because, the new year's coming up, new things are happening, so
Yep.
things are changing around Funky Moose Records here a little bit, but all good things. So we appreciate you being easy to work with, Katelyn, and allowing us to
Yeah,
do this
hey, same to you guys.
tonight.
This is always, I always look forward to talking with you guys. It's just, I never know what we're going to talk about. So it's fun talking with two friends.
I know.
So
Yeah, well,
Nice.
that's how we tell a lot of people, like people who watch the show and when they meet us in person, they're like, "You're just like you are on the
just
show."
cool
And we're like,
guys.
yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
we're not actors. Like I'm Joel Gadet and that's Mark Poppin.
Yeah.
Let's go. Yeah,
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
sure.
Love it.
So yes, thank you, Katelyn. Before I do let you go, can you just let the people watching or listening know that like your handles, where can they find you and get some merch maybe?
Yeah, you guys can find me everywhere online at Katelyn Lehner Music. That's on Instagram and Facebook. If you're on TikTok, I think it's Katelyn Lehner Music. And then my website, KatelynLehner.com. You can find my links to everything, my show schedule, my merch store online. If you guys want to check things out, I will personally mail you a piece of the EP merch. And yeah.
Right on.
Cool.
Can we close with $10?
Yeah.
You got a girl, you like me too. You love to play me like a fool, but I ain't dumb, so I called you out. You might be gone for a while, babe, but it won't be long. I'ma bet you $10 he gon' call me in a week, saying that he couldn't sleep without me there. I'ma bet you $10 he'll be down on his knees, saying, "Pretty baby, please come back to me." Well, I've been doing okay, and I think we're both better off this way. I'ma bet you $10 that he won't agree. That's just more money in my pocket. You'll try your best, I'll give you that. You hold on hard after I've left, but I ain't done, and I see right through. I know the plan inside your head to bring me back to you. I'ma bet you $10 he gon' call me in a week, saying that he couldn't sleep without me there. I'ma bet you $10 he'll be down on his knees, saying, "Pretty baby, please come back to me." Well, I've been doing okay, and I think we're both better off this way. I'ma bet you $10 that he won't agree. That's just more money in my pocket. Put your cards on the table, yeah, and look me in the eye.
you $10. He gon' call me in a week, saying that he couldn't sleep without me there. I'ma bet you $10 he'll be down on his knees, saying, pretty baby, please come back to me. I'ma bet you $10 he gon' call me in a week, saying that he couldn't sleep without me there. I'ma bet you $10 he'll be down on his knees, saying, pretty baby, please come back to me. Well, I've been doing okay, and I think we're both better off this way. I'ma bet you $10 that he won't agree. That's just more money in my pocket, money, money in my pocket. Woo! I'ma bet you $10. Well, I'ma bet you $10.